was just something about working for the world's best airline that appealed to me. And then when I learnt about the package that we get here, everything from the salary to the accommodation, that was very appealing. And I like the fact also that it was a very international environment.
I was excited to do the traveling, do the job, but at the same time, picking up my life and starting somewhere new, especially somewhere so far away, was a bit scary.
So I was very curious to see everything about Dubai, how it actually really is. Because I've never been to Dubai and you only read it online or from people telling you how it is. But to actually go there and explore it yourself, it's very interesting.
When I arrived in Dubai the first time, before I come down from the aircraft, I was quite nervous and scared a little bit because I know nobody in this country and I don't know who is waiting for me there. But when I see the Marhaba girl in the airport waiting for me, my heart went back to his space.
It's the first time that I've traveled so far, especially coming from Vancouver. The traveling was the tough part. When I got to Dubai, it was a huge airport. I've never been into an airport so big.
The airport was amazing. I remember having seen Dubai airport for the first time. I was just amazed at how big it was and how beautiful it was and just the layout of the airport.
When I arrived, it was dark, so you see all the glamorous skyscrapers and everything, all these tall buildings. And when you arrive at your new apartment, it was very glamorous. Yeah, it was a little bit scary, but kind of nice scary.
Dubai is a very international city and very unique. Different nationalities living here.
I still remember the first time that I rode on the metro here. The infrastructure I thought was incredible. Going to some of the malls as well, I was not prepared for how big and how luxurious they would be.
I didn't think it would be so cosmopolitan. I really thought that it would be more of a foreign state. But when I came, there was so many different people from all over the place living in one area. So it was kind of nice to see that.
Like culturally, I thought it would be a little bit restrictive, I suppose is a great word. And I found that for a country that is based in the Middle East, it's very liberal and it's quite open-minded to a lot of things within reason. So that was also quite surprising because I was expecting it to be a lot stricter than what it actually has been.
The people you join with, so you become friends with them. When you're in training, you're always with them. Or my roommate, she's my best friend now. We hang out all the time. It's very hard to separate us.
Did a lot of the tourist things in the first 6 months, so I got to see a lot. I got to go through the desert safaris and the tall towers of Burj Khalifa, went up to the top, went to all the amusement parks. It was beautiful, it was absolutely stunning.
One thing that took a little bit getting used to, because I'd been living in Sydney before this, is that it's not really a walker-friendly city. I was very used to walking around to get to places, and I found in Dubai, you either have to catch a taxi or catch a train to get to places.
When I first came to Dubai, it was a bit challenging trying to navigate where I was going and how to get places. It really was an adventure every time you stepped out the door. Now it's much easier for me to get around. I feel like I know Dubai like the back of my hand.
I was kind of homesick.
I missed my family and friends and I missed the food at home. I got my apartment straight away. You go there when you arrive first time. It's very nice because me and my roommate, we kind of joined the same. So you're having the same experience every time you come back from a flight.
Your flatmate, one day they'll become your lifetime friend and your family in Dubai.
They were conflicts, but you can solve them. Like you get used to each other and living with each other and you just have to talk to each other about what you don't like and maybe what the other person doesn't like. Because you're from different countries, so there's always something different.
I got a huge support network, especially from my batchmates. Batchmates are the people that join at the same time as you. Initial training, it seems 2 months flew by when you're going through training college. Every day was set up different, and it was almost like going back to school, back to university.
You don't really realize when you apply for this job that you're actually there for the safety for the passengers, not only for the service. It was very difficult to learn all these things that I would never imagine that we have to know.
My first flight is my lifetime experience. I can still remember before I go out from home, at least 10 times I was looking at the mirror to adjust my grooming, my uniform.
So I got on a plane and my colleagues knew that I was new, so they tried to prank me, and one of my colleagues told me to go and have a look at the aircraft windows and count all of them, because that's what we need. We need to count all of the aircraft windows. So obviously I was new, so I went and counted all the windows. And I came back super happy, oh, isn't this how many windows? And they were like, yeah, it's fine.
I think the image of cabin crew, the lifestyle itself, yes, it's very glamorous because you wake up in a different city every couple of days and you're getting to explore new things. We get to stay in amazing hotels, and that aspect of it is very glamorous. But obviously we are in a customer service role as well. And within that role, you're in an aircraft with 300 people, and anything can happen. If someone gets sick, if someone gets injured, if someone doesn't like the food, that's your responsibility.
The time zone changes, it varies. Even to this day, some days are better than others. But I think for me, the biggest thing that really helped me out was managing my time properly and effectively and setting up routines.
The biggest challenge, I think, was probably familiarising myself with the locations of things on the various type of aircraft that we fly on. So we do cover a lot of it in training school, but nothing equals what happens when you actually get into the air and you have to experience these things for yourself. Best way that I've found to handle people is just to smile. Even when you don't feel like smiling, if you can give a genuine smile to someone, it's very hard for someone to be angry at you, particularly if it's a circumstance that's outside of your control.
First 6 months, I would say definitely to set up a routine at the very beginning. Balance your lifestyle, your social lifestyle. Try to get involved with different things, not only within Emirates, but outside of work as well.
For 6 months, enjoy your layovers, enjoy your shopping, but keep in mind, first is take care of your health, because flying is a totally different lifestyle.
I think you have to take care of yourself. You have to be healthy and work out and just look after yourself, because it's a very physical job. I would advise a new crew member to explore, just have fun, make a lot of friends, and just enjoy the time.